Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Tonight at 10, I'm Garrett Hoddle. A Brenham man, Ignacio Aviles, pleading guilty today to killing 4 Somerville residents in a drunk driving crash back in May of 2020. His sentence, 20 years in jail, a punishment family members of the victims are saying doesn't go far enough. KRHD reporter Rebecca Fiedler was in Washington County on scene all day and brings us this story from the county courthouse.
He decided that no, he wouldn't do 40 years. And I just don't see where this man can think that he can, okay, I'll admit my guilt, but only if I get to choose the punishment.
A crash taking the lives of 4 people, 1 man in his 30s, 2 teenagers with their lives ahead of them, and a 6-year-old child whose life, some would say, barely began. The person responsible for their deaths, Ignacio Aviles, was initially charged with 3 counts of murder and 1 count of injury to a child resulting in death due to the crash in May of 2020. Fast forward to 2 years later. Today, Aviles pled guilty to 4 counts of intoxicated manslaughter, striking a deal with Washington County to serve 20 years in prison.
Okay, let's slap you on the wrist. It's not fair. And I know that life is not fair, but when it comes down to it, you're a murderer.
The 20-year sentence, well, the DA said that was the best option they could work out with Aviles without risking a shorter sentence from a jury trial.
Last week, we thought we were going to trial. He's been bringing us offers all along. I think we gave him an offer of some stacking, but never gave him a very serious offer. We were planning on going to trial. I think at one time he offered us 5 years, and I basically told him, get out of my office.
Still, families of the victims are incensed by the punishment. That's not all. Aviles has been credited for 2 years served and will be eligible for parole in just 8 years.
The DWI laws are just not sufficient. They're not sufficient. There's thousands of kids killed every single year with alcohol-related deaths.
I'm very upset about it. I think he deserves a lifetime because he killed 4 innocent people. I'm so angry and sad about it. So many mixed emotions about it.
Peyton Francis was a 6-year-old kindergarten student. His cousin, Jasmine Maxwell, and her boyfriend, Chase Souders, were a couple in love. And rodeo star Justin Richard was a close family friend, considered an uncle, taking the kids home from a friend's house that late Saturday night. The loss of these innocents has left the Somerville community in pain, their lives taken too soon. Reporting in Brenham, Rebecca Fiedler, KRHD News.